You've already had your last birthday. You've already had your last conversation with someone without realizing it. One day, you'll have your last thought, and you won't know it's your last. Most people imagine death as a single instant. Your heart stops. Your brain switches off. Everything ends. But modern neuroscience paints a stranger picture. Death isn't a moment. It's a process. And for a short time after your heart stops beating, your brain may still be fighting to stay alive. Within seconds, blood stops carrying oxygen to billions of neurons. Vision fades. Your muscles stop responding. The world around you begins slipping away. But your brain doesn't immediately go silent. Researchers have recorded bursts of organized electrical activity after cardiac arrest activity, similar to patterns seen during memory, attention, and conscious awareness. It's almost as if the brain is making one final attempt to understand what's happening. But why? Nobody knows. One possibility is survival. Your brain has spent your entire life keeping you alive. Maybe it refuses to give up without one last fight. Another possibility is even more fascinating. It may be replaying your life. That sounds like something from a movie. But countless people who survive near-death experiences describe remarkably similar memories. They talk about seeing flashes from their past, meeting loved ones, feeling overwhelming peace, or moving toward a bright light. For decades, scientists believe these experiences were simply hallucinations caused by oxygen deprivation. It's still one of the leading explanations. As oxygen levels fall and brain chemistry changes, the brain can create vivid perceptions that feel completely real. But the story isn't that simple. Some people have described conversations that happened while they were clinically unconscious. Others accurately recall details from hospital rooms they shouldn't have been able to see. These stories don't prove an afterlife. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, but they do reveal something surprising. Science still doesn't understand consciousness. Your brain contains around 86 billion neurons. Individually, they're just cells exchanging electrical signals. Together, they somehow produce colors, music, emotions, memories, fear, love, and the feeling of being you. Yet no researcher can point to the exact place where consciousness exists. There is no single neuron labeled you. Instead, consciousness seems to emerge from billions of interactions happening all at once, which raises an unsettling question. If we don't fully understand how consciousness begins, how can we know exactly when it ends? There's another mystery. Time itself may not behave the way you expect. Think about dreams. An entire story can seem to last hours, even though only a few minutes have passed. People who survive serious accidents often describe time slowing almost to a stop. Their brains process enormous amounts of information in an instant, making those moments feel much longer than they really were. If the same thing happens during death, your final seconds might not feel like seconds at all. They could feel like minutes, or longer. Nobody knows. Perhaps your final thought stretches into an experience no one outside your mind could ever measure. Perhaps consciousness fades so gradually that you never notice it disappearing. Or perhaps everything simply stops. Modern neuroscience is uncovering more about the brain's final moments every year. But every discovery seems to uncover an even deeper mystery. Not what happens after death, but what it actually feels like to stop being conscious. Because one day, somewhere in the future, your brain will produce its final electrical signal, your final memory, your final thought. And if consciousness truly ends in that moment, there will be nobody left to realize it already has.